Good afternoon, trustees, staff, and members of the public who are joining the April 28th, 2026 Public Governance and Board Organization Committee meeting. Thank you, everyone. Happy to see staff and my colleagues. In the boardroom, we have Trustee Mahmood, Trustee Carolyn Butterworth, Trustee Lin, Trustee Michael Chen, and online we have committee member Trustee At-Law and Trustee McCarthy. Thank you very much. We have quorum, and this meeting is called to order. Without objection, the agenda as written shall be adopted. The agenda is on the public agenda package, page 1 and 2 of the GBOC package of the 29 pages. Without objection, the agenda is adopted. Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask any trustee who has a direct personal interest or direct or indirect pecuniary interest in any matter being discussed by the board during this meeting to state the conflict and nature thereof. I'm seeing none. Thank you, colleagues. March 31st, GBOC public minutes have been distributed, and on page 3 to 6 of the agenda package, I just like to give a brief moment for colleagues to take a quick look at the minutes from March 31st, 2026, the public agenda minutes for GBOC, page 3 to 6. Are there any correction to the minutes? As I'm seeing none, the minutes are approved as presented. There is no business arising directly from the minutes from the GBOC, and we will have discussion items. Moving on to the input to the June 2026 trustee newsletter, I would like to recognize communication managers, or I'm not seeing, but that's okay. I can. Yes, I saw the communication before. Yeah, not a problem at all. Thank you. Mr. Director, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We'll make sure all comments are forwarded. Christine is just dealing with an issue right now on a matter, so we'll take your comments forward.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, please feel free. June is always the school year end newsletter. I would like to welcome the floor to have any trustee input to share some of the good element into this. Please feel free to raise your hand. Trustee Butterworth, please go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. I believe we already do this, but I just want to reiterate that we make sure we thank staff and families for a great, productive school year, and acknowledge the contributions that everybody has made. Generally speaking, I know there's lots, but I think that's really important after a 10 months of intensity and passion and lots of activity. I think it's important that we acknowledge that. Thank you.
Thank you. I see Mrs. Director is taking the notes. Thank you very much, and that's important. Any other colleagues for the year-end letter? Trustee Butterworth, please.
Sorry, and I believe we do this too, but again, just to restate, just things that are maybe going on in the summertime. I know a lot of things are, you have to register ahead of time, so that's probably already the case. But if there's things that are coming up that parents need to know about, whether it's registration for high school, those kinds of things, I think it's important just to remind families about that too. Thank you.
No, that's a very good point. To your point, I think of the potential of the transportation, summer course, summer school, elementary, K to 12. There are a lot of varieties that we provide those services to the board. Best of luck to the post-secondary for the grade 12 students. So absolutely, it is good and important. Thank you. Trustee Michael Chen.
Thank you, Chair. I'd also like to add an input that maybe we can speak about the message of stability. I know that, yes, this year there's a lot of uncertainty, especially in the education field. So a message of hope, a message of leadership at YRDSB, like how we're going to continue to navigate through this uncertainty. I think a little bit of that element will be nice to assure our parents that, you know, your child is in good hands in YRDSB. So I think that's something I hope that we can add into the message. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Trustee Chin. Absolutely important. In spite of what happened in the public education, as a board, I cannot speak for the other board, but we continue to focus together as a team with the SLT collaboration, which truly always appreciated. So those are the strong messages. We have a lot to share, Mr. Director, on the June newsletter. Thank you, and on top of what staff would be suggesting, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We've captured those thoughts, and certainly we'll make sure we integrate all of that feedback into the draft newsletters for publication as it goes forward. And to comment on Trustee Butterworth's specifically in acknowledging staff and in making sure, Trustee Chen, that we build confidence in service excellence and delivery of education service here in the York Region District School Board, sir. We will integrate that into our comments as well. So we are proud through all of the changes in public education, the stability that we have promoted in learning and service excellence, and we will continue to do that. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. One thing came into mind, I think it's important. June newsletter also reflect that, depends on when do we have the June newsletter coming out, because at that time we will have probably have a strong discussion about our 26-27 budget already. Acknowledging that we are having a decline in enrollment, which capture a lot of information from the budget consultation. I think it is also extra important to let, because myself and my colleagues have been receiving emails from parents, from the survey. We want to focus in the classroom, and we will continue to do that. That is following our multi-year strategic plan and the DAP, the District Action Plan. So if we can have a highlight on that specific capture, will be appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. We will move on to some information items. Page 7 to 14 of the agenda package received over the past month from different correspondents here for our trustee information. Page 7, correspondence, is very, very grateful to receive the letters from Chair Lynn Serrato and the SEAC department. I truly am humbled reading Chair Serrato letters, and I sent a message to thank her. And in this moment of time, I think it is really, really important that we show our appreciation to each other, including all my colleagues, including the SLT and all the administration and educators. So that is a very, very great letters. Thank you. Page 9 to 12, we have the MOE to the Deputy MOE. Bill 101, putting Achievement First Act 2026, page 13 to 14 from Thames Valley to the MOE. And then this is the 3 information item. And Mr. Director, I know you want to give some commentary. Please go ahead.
Thank you. I just wanted to go back to the communication, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to share that we are in the writ period. So trustees are aware in regards to our communication in the writ period is a little bit different for our end of the year message, but communications team will work through that process if we can capture that as well, because that's very, very important for compliance for everyone to understand around how our trustee communications are in the writ period.
Yes, thank you for that. That's a very good point. Yeah, in the writ period and for anticipating municipal, that there are rules and regulation that current elected official has to be complying on, and I appreciate that reminder on the communication. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So on page 15 to 21 is our pill. Thank you, Trustee Services, putting this together for trustee member. Page 15 to 21, I'm just taking a quick look at all the meetings from May 19. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it is covering a lot of meetings, including the new terms as well. So we will focus on the next 6 months for all the public meetings that we are responsible for. Thank you very much. We'll move along.
That's 5 years.
Yes. 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 Compliance is our strength. And so I will move on. We have decision items. We have a couple of requests for delegation to the GBOC. I will just take a look on page 23. Okay, page 23 of the agenda package is request for delegation status, BU, for trustee consideration and decisions. Have had a brief conversation, staff and parliamentarian. The chair have just recommend the following motion for adoption, and we can discuss, we can debate. The Governance and Board Organization Committee shall schedule the delegation as presented to the Governance and Board Organization Committee for the next Policy and Bylaw Standing Committee. Further resolve that trustee services be authorized to advise the delegate of the decision of the Governance and Board Organization Committee. Colleagues, please raise your hand. Any debate, please feel free. Trustee Mahmood.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If we are on this request where they're saying a potential policy changes to 221, right? That's student trustee, including restrictions on this and that. I don't think that we have had anything on this one as yet, right? So is it not that the public have a forum to provide the feedback through 6-month cycle, and they can always give that? So providing that, if it's beyond 6 months, that's a different story. So providing them to come to the board and then present their case, I mean, I'm all for it, but I'm just thinking that there's already a path available for public to give their feedback. Should now we be asking them to go through that feedback process?
Thank you very much, Trustee Mahmood. I have that question as well to myself when I first read the agenda package. We have had the policy discussion on the parliamentarian. Feel free to jump in after me to correct my understanding. We have had a policy meeting a week or two ago regarding this very specific policy, and this policy will go out to public after our adoption of the minutes as of May the next board meeting, which is May 5th. And so at this very moment, this delegation came in, and this has not, the 6-month public consultation have not gone out yet. So that is one of the reasons, this is why the chair have this recommendation, but this is up for the GBOC committee to have a debate, and we can take a vote on that. And I hope that answer your question. Fully aware, because we just have a good discussion on the policy meeting last week, and then it will be going out for the 6 months after the adoption of that policy meeting. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you, parliamentarian. Trustee McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to be clear that we're discussing the first delegation on the item list.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. I just want to be clear. Thank you. And yes, I also had the same thought regarding the 6 months circulating for public feedback. I do I think that's really valuable, and I also think that giving a community member taxpayer the ability to speak directly to us is also extremely important. So as long as they meet all the bylaw requirements, then I think that it is valuable for us to hear from our community members, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee McCarthy. Trustee Chin?
Thank you, Chair. I'd also like to provide my inputs that since I feel that we just had this, policy meeting speaking about these topics, and yes, that the proper procedures is going into the 6 months. I understand that there is a little bit of the time that the delegation can play. However, I still personally feel that it's a better avenue that the delegation could provide the input from the proper avenue. I think that will be a better way to provide that input and to be able to have our staff be able to listen directly to their concern or their perspective. Yeah, but I would say that the delegation can always feel welcome to contact all of the trustees together anytime to discuss casually as well. Thank you.
Thank you for your input. So just, we'll come to a vote anyway. Are you for it, or are you not in
I'll say
favor?
I'm more inclined to not.
Okay.
Not in favor in this case.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your input. Thank you, Trustee Chen. Trustee Butterworth.
So to clarify, if we say, if the committee says no right now, can he file again anyway? Or no, he would have to wait for a year or whatever it is? I'm not sure what the timeline is.
Thank you, Trustee Butterworth, for the question, and I want to thank a parliamentarian because I am thinking of various scenarios. I think it could we vote on it. If it vote on it and it pass, it will go to the policy. Once this motion is voted down, there's always my colleagues on the floor can have different motion, and they can always also have the 6 month as well to provide the input into this important policy. And yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, I agree with my colleagues. I never like to say no to a member of the public wanting to speak to us, but at the same time, if it's just a case of delaying it so that the delegate can come and speak, like, whatever. I mean, I think it's important that we listen, but at the same time, I'm all for, we need to follow the rules. That's why they're there. So I will leave that up to the committee on that one. Thank you.
Thank you. So the question is on the adoption of the recommendation. Oh, thank you. Trustee McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just had a question. Is there anything in the bylaws preventing a delegate from bringing forward a delegation? Because I understand that we're not meant to do it while it's open to the public, but at this current moment, it's not open to the public. So we're just want to, of course, make sure that we're following compliance, that we're within our correct range to approve it at this point, and that we would not be breaking any bylaws. Is that correct, Mr. Chair?
I will take this, and Appendix E of the bylaw, currently, as I understand, there are situations to exclude or to deny the delegation requests. This does not fall directly into that, but at the end of the day, this is the GBOC committee's collective decision to vote on to recommending the delegation to come to subsequent standing committees or not. And there's always different avenue allowing public voice to be heard. So is that clear, Trustee McCarthy?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, I do understand. I appreciate the clarity, and I just want to reiterate that I think it's valuable for the confidence that our community have in us to know that they can come and bring forward a delegation on something that they think is important, and also something that falls within our wheelhouse, because as trustees, policy does fall directly within our wheelhouse. And I don't get to see what the public gives feedback to the policy writers, so I find it very valuable to hear directly from the community members themselves. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Trustee McCarthy. Before I go to the screen, which we have the motion, I'll read it, and the committee member can vote on it. Requests for delegation status. Resolve that the Governance and Board Organization Committee shall schedule the delegation as presented to the Governance and Board Organization Committee for the next Policy and Bylaw Standing Committee. Further resolve that trustee services be authorized to advise the delegate of the decision of the Governance and Board Organization Committee. And all those in favor of the question, please unmute and say yes. And all those opposed to the question, and please unmute and say no.
Pamela McCarthy, yes.
Michael, no.
Trustee Mahmood, no.
Trustee Lin, yes.
Trustee Law, yes.
The yes have it. The motion as read by the chair is adopted, and the delegation is scheduled for the next Policy and Bylaw Standing Committee meeting. Thank you very much, trustees. Moving along, we will go to request for delegation status, L. Wider. The next item of business is the request for delegation status, L. Wider, on page 25. Let me just open that. The delegation on page 25 of the agenda package. And I have this, thank you. 25. Okay. The chair recommends the following motion for adoption. Resolve that the Governance and Board Organization Committee shall schedule the delegation as presented to the Governance and Board Organization Committee for the next Learning, Equity, and Wellbeing Standing Committee meeting. Further resolve that trustee services be authorized to advise the delegate of the decision of the Governance and Board Organization Committee. Is there any debate? Trustee, please raise your hand or just unmute your microphone. Please go ahead.
Chair,
Okay.
sorry.
Who's first? Okay. Trustee Mahmood, Trustee McCarthy is first. Trustee McCarthy and then Trustee Mahmood. Please go ahead, Trustee McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Trustee Mahmood. I just have a question. Are there any more details to this, or is it just what's in the agenda? I am, as I've stated many times, I'm always happy to hear as long as everything meets the bylaw regulations. I'm happy to hear from the community members, but I'm just not clear on what this individual is. It seems like there's a few items that this individual is wanting to present, and it's maybe something that's operational and maybe something that's policy related. So is there any more details, any more clarity that was not included in the package? I'm just curious, Mr. Chair, please.
For this one here, I would like to refer to staff because the chair reads as the package comes in as it is right now. And please go ahead, staff, if you have any add-on for this specific one on policy 668.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The information that's come into trustee services is in the agenda package. I'll share with Manager Audrey Ballard to share any further details, but what we have is in the agenda package.
Through you, Mr. Chair, there was no presentation material or handout material for trustees, and this is all that they've provided, so.
Okay. So I am assuming that this delegate is speaking to from what I read, is speaking to the policy and procedure, specifically to the police and school board protocol, caring and safe school. Yes, that is multiple of information, and I don't know what I don't know at this point, but as long as the individuals, the delegate request is coming to speak specifically for the policy itself. But one thing that I'm reading it right now, it is, I am good to listen to the policy, but the procedure part itself is staff. So it's just one part is the governance, one part is the operational. I am good to listen to my colleagues and to have a collective decision on it. Anyone please raise your hand, colleagues? Trustee Chen?
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to understand that or find out if...
Sorry, Trustee Chen. I apologize to Trustee Mahmood. It has to be Trustee Mahmood.
Thank you. I'll start where you left, right? So I would like to understand, that's what you were saying. So this policy 668, this particular request for delegation is on 668. And through you, I don't remember that this is on the agenda or this is open for public discussion at this time. Does not stop us to have anybody to come in at any time.
Yeah.
And then I know that you would not know that what could be the reason behind it, that just out of a blue, this 668 has been there for ages, right? Since we have had the schools, we have had 668. So I don't know, like that's why I'm curious as well to what else is there. And we would not know until we had this person come and then present to us, right? So I think giving that benefit of doubt, I will say yes to allow them to come in, but I'm still curious to know what is prompting them all of a sudden that now they have the reasons to believe that our security procedures and protections and everything is not good. I think, but again, we will have to wait till they show up.
Right.
Okay.
No,
Thank you.
I agree totally. And at this point, the GBOP is only contemplating, are we listening to the delegation or not listening to the delegation based on the bylaw under Appendix E. Sometimes we have a lot of delegation requests, sometimes we don't. And in this moment of time, I think we are quite often receiving some delegation requests because during the delegation presentation, and after such, the board still have the full say on how we are going to work on that. There's multiple venues allowing us to receive those information. So to answer you, yes, the community member can subscribe to any of the delegation requests as long as they are fulfilling the Appendix E, the bylaw. That is the beauty of it, and that is sometimes also putting us sometime in an unknown category a little bit. I have to acknowledge that, but if this is for student safety, I generally am, for any policy, this specific one's talking about 668, I generally am open to the specific listening to the delegate. Trustee Chen and then Trustee Butterworth. If I forget, you just jump right in.
Thank you, Chair. I want to know if the delegation had an opportunity to actually reach out to one of our senior staff before sending his delegation request, because the reason I'm asking is 668 is so broad. You talked, from left to right. There's so many things to talk about. And then the delegation uses a topic of more school resource officers, which technically has nothing to do with 668 from my perspective. So I'm very confused with what is the main message that this delegation would like to discuss, would like to present to us. Like if I were to hear, I want it to be very precise. Yes, I'm open to hear, but I hope that the message can be a bit more precise, that when this person comes, at least we know exactly where to fix, what's lacking. Again, from what I'm seeing right now, it's just shooting, a big fireworks, and I don't know what exactly it's aiming at right now. So
Thank you.
that's just
Thank
my
you.
comment right now.
Trustee Butterworth, thank you. Trustee Chen.
Actually, and I'm going to piggyback on yours because that was kind of my same thing. As we only can be interested in the policy part, and I think if we allow the delegate to come, it has to be very clear that we're not speaking about a specific school or incidents or anything like that. It has to be, focused on the policy. And I'm concerned just with, saying things are too vague and not applied effectively. It's looking like this delegate's speaking specifically about something that maybe we can't even address anyway. It's more of a school-based or, superintendent. So I would want to be sure that this is looking specifically at the policy. And so that would be my concern there.
Thank you, Trustee Butterworth. And staff, please go ahead. Mr. Director.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I've just captured those thoughts of trustees. As trustee services, if approved for the delegation, the trustee services will reach out to the delegate and share that criteria. That is the goal of the Board of Trustees, to have that specificity outlined. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Director. And I want to recognize Trustee Law.
Thank you, Chair. Is there an opportunity for us to go back to the delegate and have them clarify exactly what they want before we even say yea or nay?
So we could, if this message, if this delegation request is voted in, then it will go to learning equity. If it's not, then there's mechanism allowing colleagues to put on the table to have more information to come in front of the board or to the staff. I am reading the topic of the discussion is, it seems to be a very operational and procedural, maybe out of our control, maybe within our control, I don't know. So I like your idea, Trustee Law, that we can have more clarification on this specific matter based on the very topic of discussion that is on the first line of that request. I understand. I'm good to listen to the community member for talking about policy, but maybe one clarification, allowing staff to look into it so that we can have further discussion. So I was contemplating and listening to all my colleagues. I just want to say that we could, with consent, without objection, the motion shall be postponed to the next GBOC meeting, pending more information from the delegate to ensure compliance with Appendix E of the operational bylaw. Is there any objection? Since there's none, the motion as just read by the GBOC chair is adopted. The motion is postponed pending more information from the delegate to ensure compliance with Appendix E of the operational bylaw. Thank you, trustee. Thank you, colleagues, for good discussion for both requests. We will move along. Draft agenda for board meeting, public session, Tuesday, May the 5th, on page 29, page 27 to 29. We have applause. We have many Heritage Month celebration. Without objection, the agenda on page 27 to 29 is adopted. Thank you, trustee. There's no further business. This public, oh, sorry, trustee Law. Go ahead. Almost.
So,
I think you mute.
Yes, you're right. Sorry. Just like to inform you, during the next board meeting, I would not be there. I would send my regrets. So I saw you put some of my name in some of there, the stuff, and we just want to change that for the, that would be, yeah, I would.
And I am sure one of our colleagues will be more than happy to celebrate the Heritage Month. Thank you for giving us that heads up. Everybody knows you're not there. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. As there's no further business, this meeting is adjourned. We will reconvene to the private meeting in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Thank you for the members of the public interested in public education. Thank you, staff and trustee colleagues. Have a great evening.